Доброго дня, колеги. Вітаємо.
Good afternoon, colleagues. We start the traditional, at this time, briefing of the spokesperson for the anti-terrorist operation, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Yesterday, in the city of Konstantinivka, there was a traffic accident with involvement of Ukrainian military. The armored vehicle MTLB lost control and it went to the pedestrian part of the street. As a result of this incident, an 8-year-old girl, Polina, died, and her mother, with another young kid, was delivered to the hospital. Their lives are now beyond danger. Two military servicemen who were in the armored vehicle are detained, and there's an investigation going on, launched by the military prosecutor's office, the Ministry of Interior and local authorities. The commander of the military unit from which the fighters hail is removed from the performance of his duties, and this case is under personal control of the chief military prosecutor and the president of Ukraine. The commandment of the armed forces of Ukraine expresses deep condolences to the citizens who suffered and assures that those who are guilty will be punished, both the military servicemen and their commanders. The head of the Donetsk Regional State Administration, Alexander Kikhtenko, said that the victims will be paid compensation at the expense of the Ministry of Defense. The militants do not adhere to the regime of ceasefire. The provocations against the forces of anti-terrorist operation continue with the use of small firearms, mortars, and grenade launchers. Also, there were 4 artillery shellings of our positions and 4 facts of use of the tanks of illegal armed formations against the anti-terrorist operation forces. The most tense situation is the village of Shirokino next to Mariupol and the vicinity of Donetsk airport, and also the village of Sokilniki next to Bakhmut highway. Today, between midnight and 8 a.m., there was no shelling of Ukrainian positions and settlements from the side of the enemy. Also yesterday, next to the village Nizhny Lozove, Artemovsk district, Donetsk region, a Ukrainian armed forces vehicle was exploded on the mine. Over the last 24 hours, 3 Ukrainian military were killed and 5 were wounded. The actions of the reconnaissance of the illegal armed formations are becoming more active along the entire line of demarcation. Yesterday, in the zone of the anti-terrorist operation, 20 drones were detected, including 17 next to Mariupol and 3 in the vicinity of settlement Stanitsa Luhanska. The security service of Ukraine has destroyed a powerful conversion center in Kiev, through which every month almost 600 million hryvnia went for a number of enterprises on the temporarily non-controlled territories. The criminal organization functioned in the premises of one of the Ukrainian commercial banks. The Ukrainian security servicemen have found stamps of 2 district courts of Donetsk, documents and forms with the stamps of the so-called DNR bank, and they have confiscated more than $1 million US. Also, the security service of Ukraine blocked the attempt to sell helicopter Mi-8MT to Russian entrepreneurs who wanted to hand over this machine to militants in the east of Ukraine. The helicopter belongs to the State Emergency Service of Ukraine and at the moment is rented out to the government of one of the African states. In the anti-terrorist operation zone, the Ukrainian special services have detained a member of a bandit formation LNR, nicknamed Lyocha Vostok. He took part in shelling of the Ukrainian positions and also intimidated local residents during patrolling of the temporarily occupied territories. The counterintelligence service have detained 2 women who were informers of the DNR bandit formation, who were sending information about the redeployment of military machinery and personnel of the armed forces of Ukraine on the territory of Donetsk region. Besides, the Ukrainian law enforcers have found a cache with Russian arms in Volnovakha. There was a small-size flamethrower MRO-A, which is produced only in the armed forces, only in the Russian Federation, who are solely armed with it. Also, they have confiscated 6 handheld anti-tank grenade launchers, 8 grenades, and so on. Another cache of the arms was found in the village of Rybinske, Volnovakha district, Donetsk region, and there was a flamethrower armament and 3 hand grenades. In Lysychansk, they found another cache of arms and ammunition. They found a AK-74 submachine gun and a great number of rounds of ammunition.
Now, about 1,000 of civilians live in Stanitsa, and people of pension age, police in Luhansk region, and special battalion Lviv on the front line. They provide assistance to local people. Residents of Stanitsa tell that their pensions are paid in time, and there is food in stores, but the prices are high. That's why police helps them. They provide medicine and food to the extent which is possible, and also they share everything they can with the local people, food and medicine. This time, assistance was provided to Kondrashkivka, people in Kondrashkivka, which is on the line of separation. Our soldiers improve their skills daily to the training center of North Territorial Test Field of National Guard artillery units camp for trainers. About 500 soldiers during the month. They will be equipped and manned and will get everything they need in the end of the stage of formation until they will go to the battle for compliance, and they will take their train their compliance there. Ukrainian armed forces will pull down heavy artillery according to Minsk agreements, and our soldiers are trained daily to give a good answer to the enemy. Ukrainian patriots help military men in Odessa Culture Center. They collected money to raise money to reanimation vehicles for ATO, and so there will be vehicles that will help life of our people, and we continue planned rotation in units. Ukrainian military men, policemen, 150 of them went to ATO to replace their colleagues who work in Donetsk and Luhansk regions. For many of them, it will be the first battle, and Chernobyl police was trained by local volunteers. After a month in ATO, a unit of police and a special battalion Vinnytsia returned back home. 170 policemen from Vinnytsia, they were in Kramatorsk and Povazda. In the east, they were responsible for the public order. They checked transportation on checkpoints, and they did the tasks related to destroyment of infiltration groups, and they helped local people. One more story about Ukrainian soldiers, artillerists. A businessman from Zaporizhia, Alexei Sovich, more than half a year ago, he changed his office to soldiers, to the environment of soldiers, and he went and joined the 55th Artillery Brigade in that military unit, and he was appointed as an intelligence officer, and he was nicknamed Alex since that time. Artillery battery, they used it on important parts of the front near Mariupol and near Popasna. Alex, together with other intelligence officers, also intelligence sources that were very close to positions of the enemy, corrected the fire of MT-12 Rapira cannons, and not once they forced the enemy to pull back with losses. And as artillerists say, the enemy will not be brave to start again if they know that all the units continue training, and they have their weapons ready, and in their hearts they have the fire of patriotism. This is all.
Just one question, and in one case you should be more precise. There is an information in the network that, as if close to Mariupol railway, railroad was exploded. Do you have any information on this? And could you be more precise? The Ukrainian military who died and who were wounded, were they killed during shellings and firings at the Ukrainian position, or was the result of the explosion? Both. I can't tell you the breakdown of those casualties, and we don't have information about the explosion of the railway. Any other questions? No questions. Thank you very much. See you later. Goodbye.